Hi, PerspectiveWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, October 11th. Hurricane Michael came ashore yesterday afternoon as a Category 4 storm in the Florida Panhandle. It is now accelerating to the northeast as a tropical storm centered over South Carolina this morning. It'll race off the Carolina coastline, maybe as far north as southeastern Virginia in the hours right after midnight later on tonight, early tomorrow. And once that pushes out into the open Atlantic, a new air mass will flood into the mid-Atlantic region. We'll have tumbling temperatures on Friday and much lower humidity levels. Today there will be tropical-like humidity levels, and we'll have heavy rainfall at times, especially later today and tonight, with some strong wind gusts, all associated with the moisture with the remnants of Michael, combined with a strong cold frontal system that is pushing its way towards the east coast. Here's a look at the latest position of Tropical Storm Michael. Again, right over South Carolina. It is moving to the north and east. We'll head towards the northeastern part of North Carolina or southeastern Virginia in the overnight hours, and then race off the east coast out into the open Atlantic. Meanwhile, cold frontal system is also pressing its way eastward, south and east towards the east coast, and once all of that passes through the region by early Friday, we'll have a much different air mass, and it stays quite cool through the upcoming weekend. Again, temperatures will tumble on Friday, and for the first time this season, we'll have low temperatures in the 40s in the I-95 corridor, big city regions, both late Friday night, early Saturday, and again, late Saturday night, early Sunday. Well, here's the official positioning of the tropical systems in the Atlantic Basin right now by the National Hurricane Center. Again, Michael, tropical storm right now over South Carolina. It is moving northeast at 21 miles per hour, and again, we'll move in this direction right here and then out into the open Atlantic, moving off the east coast in the overnight hours. Meanwhile, we have the hurricane that will never die. This is Leslie. Never has really become a strong hurricane, but nonetheless, it just is sticking around, and again, will meander in this region for the next several days. Meanwhile, we have another tropical storm here, Nadine. It will just move slowly to the north and west over the next few days and slightly weaken over the next few days. We'll, of course, keep an eye on that. But again, Michael, tropical storm status, moving to the northeast at 21 miles per hour. In this particular direction, it'll get off the east coast in the overnight hours. And here's a look at the latest radar loop here from a NOAA website. Some showers and maybe an embedded thunderstorm or two in the I-95 corridor over the next few hours. The heaviest rain right now is down here, right associated with the remains of Michael. Again, spinning right over South Carolina, tropical storm status. This area moves to the north and east, and certainly there can be some heavy rainfall in D.C., Philadelphia, New York City later today, into tonight, maybe a rumble of thunder or two. Very well could see some wind gusts in the overnight hours up to 30 or 40 miles per hour in the I-95 corridor and points to the east. Heavier rainfall, the heaviest rainfall from Michael will end up being over the Delmarva Peninsula, eastern part of Virginia, and extreme southern New Jersey later on this evening into the overnight hours. By morning, however, all of this should be moving off the east coast, and a cold front will slide through the region, tumbling temperatures later in the day on Friday in the new air mass that will flood into the I-95 corridor region. And again, it looks like the 40s for overnight lows tomorrow night by early Saturday morning. Well, let's push through some of the surface forecast maps from last night's 6Z GFS model run. This morning, the remains of Michael, tropical storm status over South Carolina. Let's now jump ahead in 6-hour increments. And here we go, 6 hours later, early afternoon, it continues to race to the north and east across North Carolina. Heaviest rainfall associated in the general vicinity. However, there will be some decent rainfall right up the coastline as a cold frontal system works its way towards the east coast. By early tonight, heavy rainfall in the D.C. metro region, up across the Delmarva Peninsula, southern part of New Jersey. Could even be some heavy rainfall in Philadelphia and New York City as well. Again, the combination of moisture associated with the remnants of Michael with a very strong cold frontal system. Then we get into the early morning hours, just after midnight. This finally pushes off the coastline, probably around southeastern Virginia, pushes off to the north and east, out to the open Atlantic by early tomorrow morning. Still some rain up until midnight or so, maybe into the early morning hours, but then by very late tonight, early tomorrow morning, temperatures will start to tumble, winds will start to pick up out of the northwest, and that will signal a big change in air mass for the I-95 corridor. Let's push ahead here now. By tomorrow, northwest wind develops, humidity drops like a rock, temperatures actually could fall as well during the day. Don't expect highs more than 60 degrees or so in the I-95 corridor region. And then we push forward into tomorrow night, and temperatures will tumble into the 40s for overnight lows. Now, we do have another disturbance to worry about. It could throw some showers our way late Friday night and Saturday. And here it is, an upper level disturbance out over the Midwest come tomorrow night, and that just moves right into the east by early Saturday morning. Could be a few showers towards morning on Saturday and any time during the day on Saturday. Quite a cool day as well. High temperatures probably confined to the 50s in most parts of the I-95 corridor region. Moving ahead, that kind of exits pretty quickly by later Saturday, and then Saturday night, high pressure sitting on top of the region. Probably the coldest night so far. Temperatures certainly dropping down into the lower 40s, maybe even a few spots could touch the upper 30s late Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And then Sunday, that high pressure sits on top of us. Generally a mostly sunny day, a dry day, and a cool day. High temperatures at or slightly above the 60-degree mark in the I-95 corridor. So big change in air mass coming following the passage of the remnants of Michael and a strong cold frontal system. And the combination of those two will bring us some heavy rainfall here in the I-95 corridor, especially later today into tonight. That's it for now. For PerspectiveWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.